In a digital age of off-site remote working options, effective communication can be more difficult as we lose sight of our audience. What was your initial thoughts of my opening? What are your automatic responses telling you about the tone, interest, and your overall assumptions of this course? How one sentence can give you an initial impression on how the meeting or course will be conducted and your level of engagement throughout. So let me try that again. In a digital age of off-site remote working options, effective communication can be even more difficult as we can lose sight of our audience. My name is Angeline McGarrigle. I'm a case officer with this department, and I'm going to demonstrate why effective communication is important in any organisation. Our objectives: how do we communicate? How do we prepare to communicate? How can we change perception? How to interpret non-verbal signs? What is feedback? And conclusion. How do we communicate? Firstly, we look to explore what communication is. Communication is simply the delivery of information. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask each of you to create a professional signature for all email responses. Would each signature be the same? Would each signature look professional or unified? No? Why is that? Effective communication is the ability to convey information to another effectively and efficiently. I'm now going to ask the same task but with some preparation in place. I would like each of you to follow the provided format to create a professional signature for email responses. Would each signature be the same now? Yes, that is because we assigned a task and gave specific instructions on the task. Would it look professional? That is now on you, as you were the creator of the template. So should we want creativity, we issue broad task assignments. Should we want unity, we must specify the task. If we fail to prepare, prepare to fail. I have listed key tips for preparation via all media options. Know your audience. A management board will not require the same level of detail as a staff member who is required to complete the task. Therefore, give the level of detail that is required for your audience. What is on their mind? Put yourself in their shoes and address the topic accordingly. What do they need to know? Ensure the core message is to the forefront of your session. Start with the topic requiring the communication and confirm the message at the end. What do you need them to think and feel? Effective communication is the ability to convey information to another effectively and efficiently. We hope to inform, engage, and motivate each listener. What is the best form of communication for your message? Nice to know information can be disseminated by electronic forms, such as a memo or circular via email. Need to know information should be delivered in one-to-one, group, or large gathering forums. How can you relate to your staff to inspire action? Well, now that we know our audience, we should be able to relay the information. Whether it's a reflection on your past or relating to a task at hand, relate to your understanding of the task. Time is the only resource we don't ever seem to have enough of. So when we're discussing a time-sensitive task, why do we waste so much of it? With the principles of time, if you've scheduled a 15-minute meeting to share information, prepare appropriately for 15 minutes or less. Do not delay. Keep the message simple and concise. Always start the meeting with your main message and end the meeting reiterating the main message. This is the information that will be taken away. Mark Twain famously said, "I didn't have time to write a short letter, so I wrote a long one instead." An example of a long message. Management sent a directive out to the department wanting professional signatures from all staff. This was sent down last month to my boss, and it only reached me yesterday. My manager went nuts when he received an email from one of you without the new signature in place. Anyway, we have to do it now, so please don't send any emails until you have this new address, and we may be able to keep our jobs. Let me know if you need help, because I need it done yesterday. Someday we will be told things on time. The same message shortened with some planning in place. We are required to implement a professional signature for email correspondence. I have issued an email with the instructions, including a template to create your unified signature. Can I ask each of you to complete this task on returning to your desk? Ensure to keep the message clear and concise. The setting and environment. Why are we having this meeting? Uncertainty will immediately set in with perceived perception to any meeting. The emotional cost to the participant is important. Use this space to highlight the benefits to the participant. Who's hosting the meeting? Judgments based on past encounters, depending on status, role, ethnic group, appearance, personality, interests, and attitude of the meeting holder. Preparation and awareness will help you address this effectively. The when or the time of the meeting is important. All meetings should be within normal working hours. An example of how this can directly impact participants would be late in the evening or early in the morning. This could impact on childcare or personal plans. Ensure enough notice is given to allow planning for this change. Where? While we have safe areas such as workplace meeting rooms, it's for the most part enjoyable to depart the normal workplace. But it can also cause participants issue as to the mode of transport or delay in traffic, which requires even more time to attend. The setting can also dramatically change the objectivity and culture of the organisation. And the how. All past experiences will follow to this environment. So please choose wisely. Any location where negative information was disseminated will carry into the new meeting. Perception. Not everything we say or see is black or white, or in this case, pink or grey. Perception goes beyond the information we hear or see and converts a reality that we understand. Feelings, motives, beliefs, attitude, and intentions are all activated when change is proposed. Address any uncertainty. Explain the rationale behind the change to confirm motive. Confirm your belief in the change. Challenge negative attitudes to propose alternative options. Strengthen your intentions. We cannot presume every participant is equal in knowledge and understanding, and therefore adapt your information to ensure the message is received by everybody, as assumptions can limit learning. This communication model concludes that if the message does not match the tone, posture, and gestures, our audience will not believe the message either. Your message is considered important, as you've called a meeting or giving a presentation. The message you deliver will be decoded by the participants using both verbal and non-verbal signatures. Your non-verbal signals can add or take away from the message. If meeting with your own team, sitting in a team circle can display inclusion, sitting at the top of a classroom setting, could display a learning environment. Spatial awareness and proximity to the participants can assist with the delivery of your message. Facial expressions. You must believe the message before your audience will. Posture. Whether you sit or stand up, ensure the belief in your message is portrayed. So sit up, don't slouch. If you're standing, stand with conviction, exude positivity and confidence in the message. Facial expressions and posture will confirm or deny your disbelief in the message, but it will reflect in your audience. Gestures, unless you're using sign language, limit your hand gestures. Statements can have more of an impact with pauses rather than hand gestures. Your participants can echo or reflect your manner with facial expressions and posture, or it can be in response to the information. Nodding is another indicator of decoding your message positively. Use these non-verbal responses to judge the level of positive or negative response to the message. We could presume that this participant is simply bored and uninterested. Or could this participant have been up all night with an ill family member? Perception is key, so know your audience. Feedback, both verbal and non-verbal, is important for all persons involved. Feedback is the audience's response, which enables you to evaluate the effectiveness of your message, both verbal and non-verbal. It enables the opportunity to offer problem solving, allows a democratic approach to change. It can confirm that your message was received, the level of comprehension following your message, and creates an inclusive, healthy relationship within the team. So whether the meeting is proposing a new item, process, or work practice, or an information session or training session, set out your stall and sell what you have to offer. Restate the message with a question, reply with an answer, and check that it has been clearly understood. On concluding, effective communication requires simple, clear, and concise message. Requires to prepare, know your audience, your timing, and your environment. Understand perception and the change it can make. Interpret non-verbal signs. Encourage feedback and confirm your message. That with effective communication, we can change. Thank you.